Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and I want to show you something that I've been doing lately in my crochet, and I will never ever go back to the old way. So the old way, when you were doing a row and you're maybe doing a UK treble or a US double crochet, would be, some people tell you to do 3 chain. I've only ever told people to do 2, but you would do 2 chain, you would miss this stitch, and then you would go in the next, and that does make quite a nice edge. Yeah, it does. It's not too bad anyway if you've only done 2. It doesn't bulge out, but it's different, isn't it? It's not a stitch, it's thinner. But I've been doing this, and it's a game changer, to be honest with you. So here's my very last one of the row. I've got to the end of the row. So I'm going to turn my work. I'm not chaining at all. And I'm just going to go in this very first stitch, the very first one, which we normally ignore. And I'm going to insert my hook and pull up a loop. So I've got 2 on my hook, and I'm going to pull a yarn over and go through both of them. So I've done a UK double crochet or a US single. But now, if you're looking at it, you want this part here. We're going to insert our hook in that one loop only. We're not going to go through the whole stitch. We're just going to insert into that one loop. And we're going to yarn over and pull up another loop. So we've got 2 on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through them both. And now we've got a nice big fat juicy stitch at the end so that we can carry on doing our work. It is also the perfect height for our personal way of crocheting, because as many people have told you to do 3 chain, maybe they have longer stitches. People who, like me, whose stitches are not long, will probably say do 2. I always think that what it really kind of boils down to is however many times you pull through the yarn. So you pull through once, you pull through twice, means 2 chain. That's how I always worked. But now I've discovered this new way of making my first stitch. I will never ever go back. Now I will show you again when I get to the end of this row. And there is also another way that it's very, very similar, but you kind of turn back on yourself. I prefer this way. It's far less fiddly, and it makes a really nice edge. If you're wondering what yarn this is I'm using, it is the Elise Batik Bebe, it's baby, and this is a beautiful green one that I do have this in my shop, where there's a link to my shop in the description box, hobbyrocks.co.uk, and there is a promotion for this very hook that I'm using. It's free. Now when you get to the end, because I started the row with it, you've got your 2 loops there, see? Exactly. So you're not fiddling around to get in that last turning chain anymore, which is another reason I like it so much. So the other way was kind of going back on yourself, but I'm not really keen on that one. I'm going to stick with this. So you just, again, there it is, the very first stitch that you would normally ignore and 2 chain. We go into it, we don't yarn over, and we pull up, we now yarn over, now we're in, and pull up the loop. So we have 2. And we just yarn over and pull through both of those. Now remember, it's this one right here on this side. We just insert into that one loop only, yarn over and pull up the loop, yarn over, pull through both of those. So now we've got that lovely big chunky stitch that we will see the beauty of when we get to the very end of this row, because it, you know, you've got your 2 loops to go in. You're not pushing your hook to get into a tight little turning chain. And once you've done a little bit of work, you will see an absolutely beautiful straight edge that is the right height for the rest of your crochet. And I can't tell you what a game changer this is. I will use this whenever I have to do UK trebles, which are double crochet in the US, whenever I do them, that's how I am now going to work. I will never do 2 chain again at the end of a row, or even when I'm beginning my half a corner and a granny square, I will do exactly the same thing, because it's undetectable. It looks just like you've made a normal stitch, and you don't see those spindly little chains anymore. You don't struggle to get in the top one when you reach the end of your row. It is just absolutely a game changer, and I love it. So this little trick will transform your crochet. It will transform mine, that is for sure. So that's now I'm back at the end, and you can see I've got those lovely 2 loops just to pop straight into and do my stitch. Isn't that so much better, guys? Look, and you get a lovely straight edge. Obviously those I haven't done very much yet, but you can see there is no bulging. It's just a perfect straight edge. I think this is the new way to go, and whoever come up with it, wow, I salute you. Yeah, that is brilliant. So thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. Have a little go and tell me how well you do. And I'll show you one more time as we're at the end of the row. You just turn your work, no chains, go straight into the stitch, the whole stitch at the corner, the very one that you would ignore. Pull up your loop, yarn over and pull through both. Then you go into just this front one on the left hand side, and you pull up your loop and then finish your stitch. It does look bulgy at the beginning, but it evens out. It's so much better. I really, really, really dig this one. So yeah, thank you for watching, and don't forget, have a little play with it, and tell me what you think. Personally, I think it's brilliant and a game changer. So thank you for watching. There is also a left-handed version. My left-handed versions will always link to the right-handed. I always put in a link to those. So if you need the left-handed version, in the description box you'll find a link to it. But sometimes you'll see a little thing appear up here, and that will be a link to that. So thank you, guys. I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.